Okay, this is trigonometry, Unit 1-1 problems. This is number 2 out of your textbook. Part A, we're supposed to plot P and Q on a coordinate plane. When you want an accurate graph, and you'll know if I want an accurate graph, I'll give you a piece of graph paper. You need to label the x-axis and y-axis. You need to show a scale. Now, when I show a scale, I mean this. Show me how much a tick mark or a square is worth on the x-axis, how much it's worth on the y-axis. Now, P has coordinates 7, -1. That means your x-coordinate is 7. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -1 puts me there. So that is the point P. Q is 2, -11. So here's 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there is the point Q, and that's the answer to part A. Plot those 2 points. Part B, we're supposed to find the distance of these 2 points. So the distance from P to Q is going to be the square root. If you remember the distance formula, changing the x-coordinates is going to be 7 minus 2 quantity squared. Changing y-coordinates will be -1 minus a minus 11 quantity squared. Also in formulas, you want to make sure you show me the right numbers and right formula in the right place. This turns into 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. Negative times a negative gives you positive, so this is -1 plus 10, or -1 plus 11, which is 10. 10 squared is 100. So this turns into the square root of 125, or if you want to be polite, that'd be 5 square roots of 5. So there's the distance, and that's the answer to part B. Part C, we're asked for the midpoint. The midpoint is x bar, y bar, and that will be, remember the average of your x-coordinates, 7 plus 2 over 2, and -1 minus or plus a -11 over 2. Once again, make sure you show me the right numbers and the right formula. This turns in 7 plus 2 is 9 over 2. That won't reduce. -11 or -1 minus 11 is -6, or -12 over 2 gives you -6. So the midpoint is going to be 9/2 -6. So here 9/2 is 4.5. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be the midpoint. X bar, y bar. Okay, so that's the answer to part C. Part D, we're supposed to sketch the line determined by these 2 points, P and Q. And you can tell that we get that line, and also the midpoint looks about halfway. We're also supposed to find its equation slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is going to be y equals mx plus b. So the slope, you can, from this, I've drawn a pretty accurate graph, so we can find the slope graphically. If I start at this point, I can rise 1, 2, run 1, that tells me the slope is 2. Or I could start here. If I rise -1, 2, run -1, I still get -2 over -1, still gives me 2. So my slope is 2. Or you can use the slope formula, which is the change in y over the change in x. So we could say -1 minus a minus 11 over 7 minus 2. That gives me 10 over 5, which gives me 2. My slope is 2. Then write the equation line. I like to use point slope form, so I say y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Put the numbers in. That gives me y minus a minus 1 equals 2 times quantity x minus 7. Doesn't matter which point you use. Solving this for y, we get y plus 1 equals 2x minus 14. So y is equal to 2x minus 15. Okay, and then for part E, we're supposed to sketch the circle. Well, I'm not going to take the time to try and sketch the circle because it's huge, and also I don't have enough room on my paper. But we're supposed to find the equation of the circle. Now, they tell us that the center is the point P, so the center is going to be 7, -1, and We know from our previous work that the distance from here to here is going to be your radius. So the distance is going to be, or the radius is going to be 5 square roots of 5, or since we're going to square that, it's easier to think of it as the square root of 125. So the equation of the circle is going to be x minus h, quantity squared, plus y minus k, quantity squared, equals r squared. And that turns into x minus 7 quantity squared plus y plus 1 quantity squared equals 125. So that's the equation of the circle, and that's the answer to part E. And that covers quite a bit of the problems in 1-1. We'll come back for some more.